Hi there, Larry Kessler here. May I ask you a question? How good are you at asking for help? How are you at receiving? One thing I've noticed about healers and spiritual teachers is that they are usually lousy at receiving. Whether it's compliments, respect, or money, they have difficulty taking it in. We'll talk a little bit more about this in a few minutes and how that can change for you in my workshop, Abundance, the Healer's Way of Attraction. This is the fourth in a series of videos and audios about the workshop and what we'll be doing in it. I made the first three for everyone to watch, but this video is just for those of you who've already taken some of my workshops from the Secret Teachings of Hawaii. So if you haven't taken any of those other workshops, you can go ahead and leave. Go on. Why don't you go check out the other videos by going to the links below. A lot of this isn't for you, so you might as well just leave now. I'll wait. So, go on. So, those of you who are still here, make sure the others are gone. Look around you, and if anyone else is still here, just scoot them out of the room. Okay? Aloha! Good to see you guys again. Before I tell you how you'll be using some of what you already learned from the Hawaiian workshops, I want to go over what it is we've covered so far in the other videos. I created this workshop because I noticed that shamans, healers, and spiritual teachers tend to not make much money. I also noticed that as a group, they have several traits or issues in common. First of all, they tend to have a lot of negative beliefs regarding money that they picked up somewhere in their lives. Most of them seem to equate making money with greed. Secondly, I've noticed that they tend to have holier-than-thou attitudes regarding money. It's as if thinking or talking about money is way below them. They are far too spiritual and evolved to be concerned about such petty matters, or with anyone else who is. They also seem to have conflicting values that prevent them from making money. Values usually originate in childhood and exist at a very deep level. They propel you towards either making a decent living or they drag you down. We also talked about why I use shamanism as the means to heal these conditions. Because shamanism works at all levels, the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. The combination of exercises, shamanic journeys, and ceremonies you'll be doing make this workshop truly unique. One thing I haven't talked about is how healers and spiritual teachers are bad receivers. Whether it's asking for help from a friend or asking for money for a service.
Shame on you.
They suck.
What a shame.
By nature, healers and spiritual teachers are givers. They want to contribute to the world and make it a better place by helping others. Giving is what makes them feel good. Receiving makes them feel uncomfortable. To them, receiving from someone is the same as taking from someone. The root of this goes back to a very young age. As children, they usually didn't have their needs adequately met by their mothers and fathers or caregivers. This could be due to a variety of reasons. Maybe one of the parents was depressed or alcoholic or had other issues that made them unavailable to care for the child properly.
Hi there.
Since these children couldn't get their needs met, they survived by suppressing their own needs and focusing instead on the needs of the parents. The child hoped in this way that the parents would finally see them and tend to their needs. Consequently, as these children grow into adulthood, they remain highly attuned to the needs of others. What's interesting is that what makes them terrible at receiving is also what makes them good healers. They become healers, spiritual teachers, shamans, doctors, and psychologists, people who help others. Unfortunately, as they grew up, they got used to not having their needs met. They may even identify as someone who doesn't have needs and feel proud about it. So now, when the possibility of getting their needs met arises, they can't handle it. And this is why they have trouble holding abundance. It's very uncomfortable for them, almost painful. Barely having enough income to live on feels better to them than having lots of money. In the workshop, we'll do a journey where your spirit allies will repair what happened. This will allow you to receive what it is you need, whether that's attention, respect, or love. Now, going back to what I mentioned earlier, a lot of what you learned in the Hawaiian classes you will be using in this workshop. So in a way, this workshop will be a refresher on practices you've already learned, and it will also teach you other ways you can use them. For example, in the first workshop from the Secret Teachings of Hawaii, you learned how to get rid of negative emotions. In this workshop, you'll learn how to use the walking the stones technique you learned before to dissolve negative beliefs that stop money from coming to you. And you'll be able to use this technique for any other negative beliefs either you or your clients have. And if you took the secrets of the shadow world, remember finding the ghosts of your own creation that plagued you? Well, you'll be stalking the woods of the shadows again. Remember how you transformed them into helping spirits? You'll use that same method again to change your values effortlessly and open your arms to receiving. You'll also learn something new I call Beyond the Vanish. It's a way you can eliminate any conflict in your life. This is new, very powerful, and fast. You'll also learn how to make something sacred in a way you haven't done before. This will lift your practice and your ability to attract money into the realms of the sacred. So that's just a little bit about what we'll be doing. I'm not giving it all away. I mean, you like surprises, don't you? I hope you come back and enjoy the people with whom you've already taken these other workshops. You all know that I always pack my workshops full of exercises and lots of activities and movement. You know that I don't lecture much. I believe why talk about it when you can experience it for yourself. This workshop will be the same. So if you enjoyed the Secret Teachings of Hawaii, I'm positive you'll enjoy this. Although we're focusing on abundance and money, this workshop takes it way beyond making more money. Remember how my goal in the Secret of the Elements workshop was to leave you thinking of the elements in an entirely new way? And how my goal in the Secrets of the Ancestors workshop was to change forever how you relate to the ancestors? The same is true in this workshop. You will never relate to money in the same way you do right now. I call this workshop Abundance because it really does deal with a lot more than money. Money is just the starting point in establishing a new relationship with some new spirits who will help open the doors to something truly wondrous. How much is that worth to you? If you haven't watched the other 3 videos, you can find them in the links below. Watching all of them will give you a good idea of whether or not you could use a change in your relationship with money. If you could use a change in your life. So, I hope to see you all at this new workshop. I really miss you guys and, sharing the experiences we've had together over the years. So come back so we can do it again. Don't think about it. Just sign up. Or, as a tennis shoe once said, just do it. I hope you enjoyed this and will take that next step. So, mahalo, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.